I feel the need for speed. Ow!
Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I'll be doing a movie review for the original Top Gun movie from 1986. The sequel, Top Gun Maverick, is currently out in theaters. I have not yet gotten a chance to go and see it. I will be seeing it soon, but before seeing it, I wanted to make sure to rewatch the original. I had only seen the original once, and it was a long time ago when I was much younger, so I didn't remember the majority of the story. So I rewatched it a couple nights ago, and man, it is fantastic. It is a spectacular movie, and here's the two main reasons why I think it is a fantastic film. The first reason is simply that this movie is fun, that it's awesome. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but at the end of the day, the whole point of going to the movies is to have fun. Watching films is all about entertainment, enjoyment, and this movie does that excellently. The fighter jet scenes, the music, the characters, the setting, all just everything we get to see and experience during the near 2-hour run of this movie. It's just pure fun. It's just awesome and so much fun to watch, and just you get drawn into the whole world of Top Gun, and it's just nonstop adrenaline, nonstop action, nonstop thrills, and just nonstop enjoyment. That's what makes this movie awesome. It's fun. It's as simple as that. There's really no other way to say it. It's just a fun movie, and that's what makes it so great. Now, my second reason for why this movie is such a fantastic experience is a lot different, actually, but it's because I think all human beings can relate to this story and to these characters, and it just perfectly reflects the roller coaster that is human life. Now, sure, that sounds kind of ironic in the sense that, well, hardly any human beings actually experience this Top Gun school. This is just a select few of like the most elite of the elite fighter pilots who go to the school and actually experience this. So in that regard, hardly any human beings have this experience, right? But it's not about that. Rather, it's about what you see in their lives throughout the course of this movie, right? So let's talk about Maverick, right? Maverick is like this hotshot kind of guy who's living his best life. He's, with his best friend Goose, and he gets into the Top Gun school, and he's doing really well, and he's starting a romantic relationship, and everything's going well for him. He's at a really high point in his life. And that suddenly changes when Goose tragically dies, right? And then it's a huge switch, huge change in Maverick's life. He goes from being on top of the world to just being in rock bottom, And his friend, his lifelong friend, is dead, and that obviously he loses someone so important to him that sends him spiraling down. He loses his edge in being a fighter pilot, but just also in life. He starts questioning things and questioning the meaning of his life, having doubts, and he's just in a really low patch, right? But then at the end of the movie, he's able to work his way back up, thinking about what Goose would have wanted him to do with his life after his passing, right? And he's able to get back in and help Iceman and all the other characters, and he's able to get that edge back and get his, life going back in a good direction. And I think that just perfectly shows what human life is in general. It's a roller coaster. Everyone's going to experience highs. Everyone's going to experience lows. This is a part of all human life. And we get to see that with Maverick. Sure, he's doing something that hardly any human beings do. Hardly any human beings can do, right? Being an elite fighter pilot. But that whole experience of him going through tons of obstacles and challenges and low points, but also getting to experience great joys and highs and having a great life, these are things that all human beings will go through. All human beings will experience that roller coaster. And in my opinion, that's why this movie is so fantastic. Because any human being can sit down and watch it and understand that. Even if you're not into fighter pilots or you're into, all the action and thrills of the movie, right? You can at least look at that and be like, wow, that is something I can relate to. Because everyone is going to have that roller coaster experience in their life. And Maverick perfectly shows exactly how a human being can go through life, right? Even though, again, he's in a very unique situation, everyone is going to experience that kind of roller coaster, right? So at the end of the day, because this movie is so relatable, I think that's what makes it so fantastic. If anyone in the world can sit down and watch a movie and learn something about themselves from it, then that movie's accomplished its goal. So at the end of the day, because this movie is both very, very relatable for all human beings, and it's just a fun, exhilarating ride, then I think this movie perfectly accomplishes what all movies are supposed to do. They're supposed to be relatable and they're supposed to be entertaining, and this movie does both of those. And that's why, for me, it gets a 10 out of 10 stars. For me, 10 out of 10 stars is not impossible to achieve at all. For me, looking at this movie, there's really no noticeable flaws. I mean, look, you could always nitpick and find little things here or there, and I'm sure if I did that for this movie, I could find, little things that tweak here or there. But overall, this movie perfectly accomplishes this goal of being amazingly fun, amazingly entertaining, and also just really relatable and, I think, grounded. So at the end of the day, this is a 10 out of 10 movie for me. It's fantastic. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. I highly recommend seeing it if you haven't, and I can't wait to see Top Gun Maverick. See y'all next time.